Now that I don't look like a crazy person, we can get started. Okay, welcome to Million Hour Workweek, where we learn the stories and work life of entrepreneurs so that if you are looking to start this type of business, you'll have a little insight into what it takes to start, run, and successfully profit off of a business like this. And for the community to learn a little bit more about the person behind the business. Today I have here with me Mitch from Jenkins Junk Removal. Thank you so much for being on the podcast with me today. How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. Okay. So, do you want to give them a little bit of background on what it is?
Yeah. So, it's a junk removal service. Give us a call whenever you have something that you need picked up. We do anything from single item pickups like couches and love seats and recliners and all the way up to garage cleanouts, full home cleanouts, kind of whatever you need. We've did quite a few of those today. Just a lot of people getting ready to get their garages in shape for the summer, or when they get new furniture, you don't really plan for, or maybe you don't really plan for what you're going to do with the old furniture, and then you're kind of just sitting there, with a love seat or sectional or whatever. So just call us, and we've kind of tried to make it to where we are more of a 24/7 service. We try to get out just as fast as possible to get anything that you need done. Definitely concentrating a lot on the residential side of things. Anything that people need. It's a year anniversary on June 1st.
Oh, nice.
So we are still very much figuring all this stuff out.
Yes, of course. And where are you located?
Glenpool.
Perfect. Do you just service Glenpool, or do you service most of the metro area?
Tulsa metro area. I'm actually going out to Fort Gibson Lake tomorrow. If there's work out there, then I'll talk about it. And, if it's something that we can get out there and do. I went all the way to Lake Tenkiller. I did a home clean out there. But yes, a lot of it is within probably Tulsa in a 30-mile radius. We do quite a bit of work in Owasso, Sand Springs, Sapulpa, Jinx, anything like that.
Perfect. Did you grow up around here?
Yeah, Glenpool.
Nice. What was that like?
Smaller than what it is now.
Yeah.
It is massive compared to whenever I was there. I graduated high school in 2003, and I moved away in 2005. So I went up to Oklahoma City, and then actually just came back this last April, I think. And it's completely different.
Yeah, of course. So whenever you were younger, what did your parents do for work?
My dad was and still is a mechanic.
Oh, yeah?
He has been a mechanic since before I was born. He's owned his own shop since I can remember, really. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. My parents were actually split up. So my mom was a stay-at-home mom, and then my biological mom lived in Guthrie with my stepdad. And she was a pharmaceutical sales rep. And then actually she worked maybe in home health kind of hospice type deal. And then my stepdad was a teacher. He just recently retired from Guthrie Public Schools.
Yeah. Would you say that you were entrepreneurial growing up?
I do tell people that just because it was kind of a family thing. My dad owns a business. My uncle owns a successful fiber optics cable business. It just took me a little bit longer to realize that it was something that I want to do and that I can do.
Yeah, sometimes it just feels a little bit unobtainable until you're like, wait, no, actually I can do that. It is actually pretty easy. Okay, what did you think that you were going to be when you grew up when you were younger?
When I was younger, there was, I think, a lot of different things. What I originally went to school for was a teacher and a football coach.
Just like perfect.
Just like every high school football player wanted to be. That quickly went out the window, and then I just kind of had to figure out what I wanted to do. I actually got into restaurants. I worked a lot in restaurants in Oklahoma City.
Would you say that, were you like a management in restaurant? Would you say that that's helped you move towards this?
It definitely has with the customer service aspect. I think I told somebody about it yesterday, but I am still very much a believer that everybody should work in a restaurant for a couple of years and figure out how to talk to people.
Yeah, you learn your customer service in a restaurant when you're a server, that's for sure. Did you grow up around money, or was it something that you had to figure out growing up? Like, were you an allowance kid, or were you a have-to-do side jobs kid?
No, I think I was an allowance kid. It was maybe $5 or $10 a week.
But nothing much, yeah.
A lot. It actually, me and my sisters, we all got our first job whenever we turned 15 and a half. Mm-hmm. The deal was that I had to pay for my car insurance if I wanted to drive.
Yep.
So they got a car, nothing, flashy. It was a little hand-me-down car and stuff. But I was responsible for my insurance is the one bill that I had to pay. So at 15 and a half, still in high school, I definitely had to swallow my pride a little bit, and I got a job at McDonald's in Glenpool.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. Yeah. Do you appreciate having your parents do that, or do you feel like it was something extra of them to do?
No, looking back on it, I do appreciate it, especially seeing, the way things are now. At the time, obviously, I thought it was horrible that I had to work ever since I was 15 and a half for whatever I wanted to do and, anything I wanted. But now, it's just so ingrained in me that I'm ready to get up and go all the time. My wife even kind of has to have me put on the brakes a little bit because I'll work 7 days a week if I can.
Yeah. Are you a busy bee?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's how my husband is as well. They can't have an off day, man.
Yeah.
Like, you got to have something to do. Okay. What is a moment from your childhood that you would say shaped your work ethic, if you could pinpoint somewhere?
I don't really know about one specific thing, but just watching my dad. I don't even know if he's ever taken a day off unless we go on vacation. We go on one vacation a year, and so he takes off for that. But other than that, I watched him Monday through Friday, 7 to 5, and then Saturday, 7 to 12. 6 days a week, year round.
Yeah.
And that just kind of showed me that, sometimes it's what you got to do. And that just kind of made it to where I honestly felt like that was normal.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever you have that's all that you know, and then you see people that don't have that work ethic, it's kind of hard to be like, well, what happened? Why, what's going on? You didn't do that every day, as a child? So I understand what you mean. Did you ever feel pressure to succeed or take a certain path growing up?
No.
Really?
It was always kind of, as long as I was doing something, my parents kind of let me take whatever job I want, and they let me move away for school and kind of find my own path. But if I was ever slacking, then there was always a corrective measure, I guess. Yeah. But no, they would always just encourage me just to kind of keep doing it.
Yeah, as long as you were taking steps forward and not just killing time. Yeah. Okay. What did success look like in your household?
I guess just us not really wanting a lot.
Really?
We were definitely middle class. We didn't have a lot of money, but we never went without. And I think that was pretty cool looking back on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, we nothing flashy. It was just that we had everything we needed. And we could play all the sports we wanted to, me and my sisters, and get all the equipment we needed and do all the extracurricular stuff that we wanted to do. And just not having to worry about it was looking at it now pretty successful.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. When did you start thinking differently from the people around you? When did you first start thinking differently?
Just from an entrepreneurial standpoint, it honestly wasn't that long ago.
Really?
I had never really thought about owning a business until I kind of got into where I was at. I was working in plumbing wholesale, and I was the warehouse manager there. And the president of the company was a huge stickler for cleanliness. And we, everything had to be in perfect order. And so we had extra trash and extra pallets, extra broken down stuff. And I just had to find something to do with it. And that's where I found I didn't even really know about junk removal. But I found a guy that could do it, and he came out and did it. And then it just stuck in my head that, hey, that's kind of something that there is a little bit of money in that if you're willing to get out there and throw stuff around. And honestly, that's what I like to do. I don't like to sit around at desks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Every job that I've been happy at, I've been up on my feet, moving around, everything like that. So that kind of started turning the wheels a little bit. And then circumstances with me needing to move back here, and the ability, thankfully I was a little bit blessed with being able to sell my house, and the proceeds from that I was able to put into the business and start it.
Yeah.
But I didn't have an entrepreneurial mindset starting out. It was very much, let's find the next paycheck and be somewhat comfortable.
Yeah. So would you say it was more like you were wanting to transition more for like the freedom and like the like wanting to like what you're doing instead of just like wanting to own your own business?
Yeah, the freedom of it was something that was always enticing. The amount of work I thought would be something that I wanted to do. I worked a lot at the other company that I was at, and so I already kind of knew how that went and how that needed to go. And so just, I guess doing it for myself was something that I finally was able to talk myself into doing and seeing, just how it all worked out.
What scared you the most about starting the new business?
Definitely the money side of it. I wasn't just starting a new business. I was also in a relationship, married now, and 2 daughters that came along with that. So I was in that role of kind of the financial head of the house, basically.
Yeah.
She does work and she does contribute, but I definitely have, thought that, hey, this is on me. Like, if we don't pay rent, if we don't pay bills, that's a guy's thing. I still have that mentality.
Yeah.
So definitely the money side of it, of not only if it didn't work out, only I felt it, but now 3 other people would feel it too.
Yeah. What did you do in those moments whenever you felt stressed like that?
There really wasn't much to do.
Yeah.
I just kind of had to bite down and keep looking for jobs. Whenever we got into it, I mean, I was on, online on Facebook or something. I mean, probably 4 or 5 hours a day, just looking through groups, trying to get jobs and trying to find something to do with my time instead of just sitting there, especially, between 8 and 5 when I'm thinking, hey, this is like when stuff is supposed to be happening.
Yeah, you're like, this is a work day.
And I need to be out there doing something.
Yeah.
So I couldn't just be sitting around watching TV or something and just thinking. My wheels are always turning about money, especially now kind of where I'm at and with this whole business. It's probably not healthy at all.
But like, it's kind of, you've got to be in this economy.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to be somewhat money conscious.
Yeah.
And of like what you're spending it on, how much is coming in. Like, it's a real thing right now. So, I mean, it is something to be worried about.
Yeah.
So I understand that. Whenever you were starting out, did anyone doubt you? And if they did, what did they say?
Nobody did to my face. Some people wanted me to be cautious, which is understandable.
Yeah.
They didn't say, hey, this isn't going to work.
Yeah.
But some people were like, well, watch out for the winter months and, watch out for this. And offering advice, definitely, I mean, my dad kind of telling me, what to look for and the ups and downs of it and stuff. But no, nobody was flat out like, hey, you're wasting your time doing this.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it was good.
I mean, but hey, some people are like that. How did you get your first client?
It was my uncle.
Oh, perfect. Hey, family's usually the first one, and that's okay.
Yeah, I went and cleaned out some computer parts from his warehouse in Tulsa. And I think that was my very first one. That or my cousin. I think my cousin, I went up to Tulsa and filled up a trailer full of trash from him. And I think those were my first 2. I don't remember which one was first. Yeah. But those were definitely my first 2.
Was it you can pay me in referrals type thing?
No, it was very much, hey, I need money.
Yeah. Because me and my husband starting out our businesses, all of it was like, I mean, anytime as family, we were like, okay, and you have to refer us to 10 people. Thank you. Like,
no, I definitely had to collect on those ones.
Yeah. What did your first few months look like?
Very scary.
Really?
Very scary. A lot of ups and downs. I set goals, very, very small financial goals, that we were able to hit almost every week. But I also I kind of had a little bit of a nest egg put back, so I wasn't too stressed on that. But yeah, the first couple weeks was definitely, that's when you're just building it up and you're just waiting on phone calls. Mm-hmm. And that's when you find out that there's so many other people that are trying to do what you're trying to do.
Yeah, no, for real. The cold calling will humble you very quickly.
Yeah, I've had one job cold calling before, and I absolutely hate it.
Oh, it's the worst.
I did finally have to cold call some new construction companies, and I hated. Mm-hmm. One guy had me on the hook for about 3 phone calls, and then nothing happened. I was like, man, this sucks.
Yeah. I can tell you about cold calling, cold emailing, all of it. I get no responses. I've been hitting people up on Messenger, on Facebook. Really? Obviously, I got to the point where I was looking up on the Secretary of State, like who owned what businesses, and then finding them on Facebook and messaging them. Yeah. Like that's how I was trying to get people on. I was desperate. What is some advice that you wish someone would have given you whenever you started? I know it's only been a year, but like looking back,
don't sell yourself short. I'm sure it's in every industry out there. But in junk removal, I feel especially, people are like, hey, you're just picking up trash. Let's chill out a little bit on the price.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, there's still a lot that goes into it. But when I first started out, you kind of just take that and, you go out there and bid a job and they're like, yeah, it ain't worth that. I'll pay you this. You're like, yeah, I'm here. Let's do it. Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Definitely don't sell yourself short. Mm-hmm. And I mean, obviously, somebody telling you it's going to be okay is pretty cool every once in a while.
Yeah, every now and then someone being like, hey, you will pull through, I promise. Yeah. What almost stopped you from starting?
Whenever I moved back here to Glenpool, I didn't have anything else lined up. There was not really a second option.
Yeah.
It was, let's start this, and if it doesn't work, then we'll find something. I'd go to a restaurant or go to a bartender or something like that I was good at. But no, when I decided that I was going to move back here and Rachel and I were going to get a place together, it was 100% like, we're doing this. We're going to figure it out.
A burn the boat situation, yeah. Well, what did your schedule look like whenever you started?
Very empty.
Yeah. So what did it look like once you started picking up?
So normally every day kind of starts out the same. I get up and get the girls to school. They get on the bus at usually between 7:15, 7:30. Phelan, our oldest, goes up to my mom's house and hangs out with some of the girls and then rides the bus to school. And after that, it would start, basically you're still just waiting on the phone to ring though. In this, I don't know if it's in a lot of other businesses as well. And it's probably a lot of being new too, is that you don't have much planned out. People that do junk removal, they're not planning you 2 weeks out. It's the day of, they see that pile of crap for the 3rd day in a row. They're like, okay, we need that gone. Yeah. And so then they'll call you. And so it's really, you wake up and you wait by the phone. Yeah. And you answer as fast as you can, try to make contact as fast as you can. And then your day is just, that's why whenever we talked about, you wanted to come out and film some things and stuff, like, look, that's cool. But if I wake up and I don't get a phone call till 10 o'clock, I'm sitting in my house until 10 o'clock. No, and then we're getting out doing stuff.
No, I fully understood. I didn't think of that prior whenever I was going to schedule it. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense that I would need to wait until you have something scheduled for me to be able to do that.
Yeah, and then it is just go as fast as we can because we're racing against the dump closing. The dumps around here, the one here in Sepulpa, the Creek County landfill closes at 4:30, and the one in North Tulsa, the Tulsa Indoor, closes at 5. Oh. So we've got to get there, and a lot of times it's awesome if I can get there beforehand. Usually we make 2 or 3 dump runs a day, but if I can get there at 3 or so and empty the trailer again, then it's empty for the rest of the evening in case I get a late night call or something like that. Yeah. So it is really just wake up, answer the first phone call, and then go as fast as we can. That way we can get to that dump before it closes.
So if you got a late night call, do you just keep it overnight until the dump opens? Like on a trailer?
If it's full, yeah. The majority of the ones that I've had that are like after 5 or 6 at night, I've usually had a little bit of room still left that I can go help out. I haven't had too many where I've had a completely packed trailer and I just had to pass it off.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have had to sacrifice anything during these times?
Just I mean, just my time, really. I mean, I've honestly really enjoyed doing it.
Yeah.
Enjoyed seeing what it's become. But, you don't get to sleep in much. You don't get to, I know that one thing whenever I first started this, we were talking about going and playing golf, Rachel and I were, and she was like, well, we can go, at kind of 1 in the afternoon or 2 in the afternoon. I can't. Like if I get a phone call, I've got to go. So it's just basically just being locked in all day, at least from business hours. Even if I'm not doing anything, if I'm just sitting around the house, a lot of people see that like, well, come do this or come do that. Well, I can't. Like, I need to wait in case something happens, because we're still so new, and it's junk removal especially is if I don't answer or if I can't get to it right then, it's just hang up, call the next person. So definitely a lot of my time has been taken from just trying to grow it the best that we can. Yeah.
What are you trying to do within that time, like while you're waiting on a phone call? Like marketing or?
Not to think about it too much. So I get on there. I have to do a lot of Google work. I do quite a bit of stuff through Google now, and people don't only rate me, I rate them too. So whenever I do jobs and people, I get them through Google, I get on there and rate them and rate their experience with them. And so I try to stick with that, stay on top of that, not let that get too far behind. But yeah, other than that, it's a lot of scrolling on Facebook. Yeah. A lot of, I'm in probably, 20, 30 different city groups. You've probably seen them everywhere.
Yes, yeah.
Just the JJR logo all over every Facebook group. So you get on there, and if I don't have something going on, it's myself and the guys that work for me. We're all on Facebook just looking for it. And I say, hey, guys, look, you don't have to say anything. Just put my logo. I sent them all my logo. So just put my logo with the phone number on every job you find. Yeah. And if we're not working, that's kind of what we're doing.
Yeah. What would you say the hardest part of starting out has been? The hardest part?
Not stressing about it too much. Yeah. And my wife tells me all the time, she's like, hey, it's going to be okay. Like, we're going to work out. This thing's going to, you're doing good. People have to remind me that we are pretty successful with what we're doing right now, because if that phone doesn't ring, I am so stressed out. So yeah, if I don't have things to do, I'm just like, well, it's the end.
That was a good wrap.
It was fun.
It was fun. Yeah. Have you experienced burnout?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No.
Well, that's very good.
Yeah.
Try to keep it that way. Did you have any relationships that changed during this phase?
I don't think so.
Really?
No, it's maybe I just don't have that many relationships with people.
No, you're okay.
No, I mean, Rachel has been super supportive of it. My parents are super supportive of it. My whole family's been super supportive of it. I have, obviously, when you're doing this, you do have friends who are like, hey, can you, don't charge me for it. Like, what do you, and I'm like,
hey, man.
Yeah, I guess maybe one or two. I'm like, hey, we can't, I can't do it for free. Yeah. I'm sorry. And obviously, before I started a business, I was kind of like maybe on the other side of that, like, no, they should, help you out. Like, they're your friends, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm like, no. Yeah. Like, it's...
No business model runs off of love.
I gotta pay my rent too.
Yeah. Yeah. I hate to tell you. But honestly, it sucks to be like, hey, I'm sorry, I do have to charge you. But that's the reality of it. You can't go to Walmart and be like, hey man, we're friends. Like, why don't you give me this milk for free? It's just something that you have to go with. What has been your lowest moment in the business?
I would say probably just in those lulls, the winter, probably the first winter.
Oh, really?
Was definitely, there was only one thing that saved us in the winter, and that was the snowstorm.
Really?
That was the snowstorm, because I got to get out there and shovel. Yeah. Other than that, junk removal wasn't doing anything.
Have you considered doing snow removal in the winter? Yeah.
On the commercial level though. I actually, work pretty closely with a commercial property manager, and she let me do not the parking lots, because I don't have the equipment for it yet, but I got out there with like 6 or 7 guys, and we shoveled 6 commercial units, stores and stuff like that, all through the Broken Arrow area. And that's really the only thing that saved us in the winter. So other than that, it was a very, very stressful, reload time. Thinking that, because I did have people warn me, they're like, hey, the winter, watch out. Yeah. And so that's whenever I kind of saw that, man, it might be real.
Could you do like limb removal in the winter?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously if it's fallen down, we'll do that a lot. I do some tree and limb work, but I try to leave that to professionals.
Yeah.
I'll do small ones that don't interfere with like power lines or houses. I know some people will just risk it and do it, but I have insurance. I don't have that insurance.
Yeah, you said I'm actually not insured for that part.
I don't. I like to stay in my lane.
Yeah. Has there been a time where you've seriously considered quitting?
No.
Well, that's good. I mean, you're in the first year. If you're considering quitting, that's not a good sign. Would you say that you have seen a shift in your scheduling and revenue since you a growing shift consistently since you started?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely you can see it just looking through my books in February.
Yeah.
It really, really took a turn.
That's good.
We started doing some things different, but also just the word of mouth got out there. The referrals got out there. But the last couple of months have been just ridiculous.
Yeah. So February was your highest month?
No, actually, I think, what is this, May?
Yes.
April was so far.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good. What are some of the things that you started doing differently?
I didn't really start doing a lot differently. I just started trying to do it more. I guess to build the business a little bit, I started working through Google. That platform is huge, and that's where I probably get 75-80% of the business now is through that. So once we started, every business owner says it, and it's absolutely true, and I didn't want it to be true, but you got to spend money to make money. And so once I did that and started putting money into marketing is whenever it started really going off.
Yeah. Would you say it was immediate or gradual?
Pretty immediate within the first 2 weeks of doing it.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Was it like paid ads and things like that?
Yeah. You go through Google, the local service ads is nuts.
Yeah.
And it is a pay-per-click, pay-per-call, pay-per-text, however they get in touch with you. Google monitors it all. But, they're just so big, and I can only reach so many people on Facebook and Instagram and yelling outside,
Yeah.
But yeah, we reached a whole new market doing that. And it definitely was a shock because as a new business owner and still definitely pinching every penny we have, seeing those bills come in every once in a while, that was tough.
Yeah.
But that was the main shift in what we did.
Have you, I know at Staples, you can have them send out your business flyer to every single business or home or things like that in a certain area. Have you tried that?
I haven't.
Yeah.
I've had some people reach out in some of these business owners Facebook groups and stuff that do kind of that marketing strategy where they put together, I don't remember the name of the people that do it now, but it's usually like 10 to 15 different businesses, one from each type of category. So there's not like 4 junk removals on there, and they'll send it to like a certain zip code or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I've thought about it, but I'm like, I don't know what I would do or who I would send it to, unless I could narrow it down to business owners, but
some people probably have a little bit of success with it, I'm guessing. I don't like paper mail. How often do you look in your mailbox?
Well, I don't, but it's for instance, my sister, her house was flooded in December, and I'm basically like a project manager over that house getting fixed. And so I check her mail all the time.
Okay.
And she needed her lawn and her backyard and all this stuff cleaned out because she hasn't been there in 6 months. And I literally there was a flyer on the porch, and I literally called them and got them booked, and they came and did it. And so, sometimes it does help just in a pinch when you're well, it's just where you right there when you need it. Yeah. So
we do some of that stuff on our own, just driving through neighborhoods whenever we're driving to a job or driving back from a job. We'll see some stuff out front. Maybe there's some brush down, or maybe there's a lot of stuff in front of the garage or something. We'll stop and put a card on the door. Yeah.
Do you see much return customers from that?
There have been a few. I know one of the person just blatantly called me and said, "Hey, you left your card here." But they had a tree that had split in half and was laying on the ground, so they knew what I was calling about.
Yeah. They said, so I see that you noticed our tree. If you could come over and help. Yeah. What is the craziest call that you've gotten so far?
Craziest call? I don't know really about the calls. They usually don't last very long. I can tell you the craziest job we've done.
Craziest job.
Haskell, Oklahoma. We had a guy get in touch with me that had purchased a mobile home park out there. And
The whole park?
Yeah.
Oh.
I guess the whole park.
Okay.
And he had to kind of evict some people that weren't paying their rent. I don't know everything that goes into it. I didn't really ask.
Yeah.
I just know that when I got there, there were people that were, I didn't see any people, but some of these places, they were living there without running water. And we walked, the worst thing I've ever seen, and I don't know if it'll ever get topped. I hope it doesn't. But we walked up to a house, and outside on the bottom of the porch, there was a galvanized trash can full of human crap.
No.
And so then,
No.
yeah,
That's where I draw the line,
That is definitely
actually.
the craziest one. And so
No.
it's funny because now people will be like, "Oh my God, excuse my mess." I'm like, "Hey, listen, you want to hear something?"
Yeah, you're like, I've actually seen a can of shit. So
yeah, like your
good.
house is good. And that also made me realize that like I'm not as dirty as I thought I was either.
No, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyways, yeah,
was a
that's
good one.
wild. That's literally biohazard. What'd you do? Like, you didn't move that, right?
Yeah.
You moved it?
Yeah.
That's biohazard. Why would you move
just
that?
Put some gloves on and pick
I
up the
mean,
can.
I guess.
You gotta
I would have
just
been
do
like,
what you
no,
gotta do.
that's someone else's job. No, because that's funny, because at Apple, like, if they burn, because Apple Care covers, like, everything, right? Unless you have, like, blood or human bodily fluids on it, then it does not cover it, because it doesn't cover biohazard.
There is a company that you can call that will take care of that stuff. So if it is something like needles or something like that, there are people that we can call that can come out and dispose of it. I mean, for a fee, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it gets too bad like that, or I'll just, kind of do my job around it, and then they'll come back and do it after that.
Yeah. Well, interesting little call. How much did you make off that job? I would have been charging quite a bit, my friend.
So it wasn't bad, but then again, you've still got, like, I remember talking to the guy about it, and not that job. I didn't know that was there before I went and looked at it and told him I wanted to look at it. But I remember talking to him, and it's not just him, there's other people too, where, whenever you give them the fair price on it, they're like, well, I can get a roll-off out here and 2 guys to do it for this much.
You do it then.
I'm like, I bet you can.
Yeah, you do it then. It's always, I love that. My thing is, I've never, like, experienced doing that to someone, like, about their business, being like, well, I can actually get it cheaper somewhere else. I've never done that. So, like, having people do that to me, I'm like, okay, well, then do it. Like, if you can do it cheaper, then go do it. Like, why were you even entertaining me?
I think a lot of it is just because it's junk removal. Like, it's trash.
Yeah.
It is. It's trash. Throw it away and be done with it. But there's a lot.
Yeah, it's still your time and your energy and, like, your team showing up and them not. It's the convenience of it, of them not having to do it.
It's definitely. It is just throwing away trash, but it's definitely like a luxury convenience thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's not free. Like, it's not something that's just you're entitled to, and you could have done it yourself if you wanted to. So, yeah, that's crazy. What would you say your biggest adjustment has been from going from, like, a 9-to-5, like, structured job to like going to this?
I honestly have never been in a 9-to-5 structured job.
Really?
I mean, the last place I was at the plumbing supply house, it was a 6:45 in the morning till 6 at night type deal. And then at the restaurant, it was 4 hours of chaos or 8 hours of chaos. It was never like a 9-to-5. You're sitting down at a desk, like 9 o'clock, I'm here, 5 o'clock. Okay, I get to clock out and leave. So the kind of time for that, I've kind of been doing that the whole time.
Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned that. Do you feel like you, like, did not want a 9-to-5 job, like structured job like that? Did you ever feel that, like, when you were job hunting?
Yeah, I've never really wanted. I've had, I think, one job behind a desk, and it was cold calling, selling franchises, and I hated it. And I think just sitting there for 8 hours by yourself in an office sucks to begin with, but then cold calling 50 random people a day, and it was crazy because, like, it worked. It was for Express Employment, and I was selling their franchise. They have a headquarters up in Oklahoma City, and so you get these guys' resumes and you call them. So these people will see, like, Express Employment, like, oh, they're going to offer me a job. Like, no, this is even better. You give me 50 grand.
Yes, you said actually.
I can give you something cool.
Yes, said, believe it or not, I've got a different deal for you, my friend. That's funny.
But no, that was my one go at a structured 9 to 5. Other than that, it's been all, McDonald's when I was first starting, and then Sutherland's and Jenks is now Tin Gym, but it was Sutherland's way back when. I worked in the lumberyard there. I absolutely loved it because it was just kind of you get on a forklift, drive around all day, and kind of just as long as you get what you need done, nobody's really harping on you.
Yeah.
Restaurants, definitely, you kind of, there's a certain way to do it, but then you kind of get to fine tune how you like to do it. And then managing the warehouse in the plumbing supply deal, my boss Keith was definitely not a micromanager. He was like, hey, as long as you're getting it done, then you do it however you need to do it.
Yeah. The reason why I ask is because I feel like a lot of people that do start their own businesses or do take the entrepreneurial route, they do have that same trait, like where they don't want a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Like most of their jobs have been like weird structures or like things like that where they're like managing themselves inside their job. So that's why I was wondering.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any part of your business that runs without you right now?
No. Oh, okay. Yeah. The books.
Oh, okay.
The books. I don't even want to sit at a computer. I finally had to bite the bullet and pay somebody to do my QuickBooks.
Yeah.
Because before that, I didn't do anything. I just kind of kept an idea of what we were making, what was coming in, what was going out. I could just look on Venmo and Cash App receipts. That's really all the books I had. But these last, I think, actually since April 1st, I've had a guy that runs my QuickBooks. But other than that, it is me 100% of it. I'm on every job we do. I field every phone call, every text message, every email comes to me. And that's something that's been really scary lately is eventually I'm going to have to let somebody else do something. And I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to get there.
Yeah.
With how professional I like it done, especially offering professionalism in junk removal is definitely different. So I think that's what kind of sets us above a lot of other people right now. And I'm having a hard time looking at somebody else driving a truck to a job and pricing a job and talking to that customer without me being there.
Yeah. Where would you like your business to get to?
Me not in a truck. I
exactly
do want
what
that.
you're scared of?
Yeah, I do want that.
Yes.
And hopefully one day the right person will fall in my lap. I have 2 incredible workers that work for me now, and it's great with what we have. But yeah, I'm going to have to find somebody that can do that because I'm not going to just sit around. Like I'm not going to just have somebody else running the trucks and me not doing anything. But eventually I'd like a second and then a third. And, I don't know if it goes higher than that. I've obviously, whenever I first started doing this, you wanted to do everything. Like, hey, I'm going to demo houses. I'm going to buy dumpsters. I'm going to do a dumpster rental. I'm going to do everything.
Yeah.
One-stop shop.
Yes.
And it was,
of course.
Now it is not that.
Yes.
I don't want to do huge jobs. I don't do demo work. Unless I can do it with a sledgehammer, then I'm probably not doing it.
Yeah.
I do sheds and just small stuff like that, but I don't want to buy the bobcats and the equipment that go along with it because then you have maintenance costs on that. And those things cost so damn much money that we have definitely scaled back from what I originally wanted to do. We've concentrated more on the small commercial and residential jobs. But as far as where I want it to go is I want to stay there, but I want it to be where we're at a 2 or 3, 4 truck. And right now we're just not there. It's not like I'm giving up jobs right now. I'm not putting people on the back burner. I'm not scheduling 2 weeks out. Everything is, within 2 to 3 days at minimum right now. So we're still on the 1 truck pace, but yeah, eventually I would like to find another crew to go with me or to go by themselves.
Yeah.
And it's just tough thinking about that.
I mean, yeah, it is whenever you're thinking about like the growth of it, but it also has it's also scary in a different way because you want someone that loves your business the way that you love your business and that will show up for your customers the way that you show up for your customers. So it is a fear that a lot of business owners have, but once you find someone out there that will do that for you, it's going to give you so much time back, which will be nice. You did say that you have 2 workers. How did you come across them?
From another junk company.
Oh, perfect. Hey, if you're scouting, sniping customers,
I wasn't sniping. I had a job. I had an apartment clean out I needed to do, and I just put on Facebook, hey, I need some workers to come help me. This is whenever I had one other person working with me, and another junk removal owner said, hey, man, I'll come help you out a little bit. So he came and helped me, and he was like, here's this guy's number that you should call. He's a worker. And I got him out there, and he liked the way we did things, so he stuck with me. And then his best friend was also working as just a work hand, and I ended up bringing him along too. Just taking care of guys.
Yeah. Is that like, do you feel comfortable with the team that you have right now, just the three of you guys?
Yeah, with the size we are now. Yeah, I feel good that if it's all three of us running on a day, we can get everything we need to.
Do you do you guys have benefits or anything like that? Like what's, okay, I was going to say.
Not yet.
Well, you never know.
No, I would definitely love to. One of the things that I did when I started this was I wanted to take care of people. And that's one thing that we have, Rachel and myself both have stressed, is taking care of these guys that work with us or work for us. And I think that we do. I think that we do a hell of a job with what we do.
Yeah.
But I always want to give them more. I'm just not at the benefits part yet. I don't have, I have insurance. That's about it right now.
Yeah. Well, you're still a baby company, so like you got time to grow. I was just wondering, what do you wish that you would have known before you started?
That there were so many other people trying to do this.
Really?
There are.
Yeah.
It is. That's one of the most frustrating things is that there are so many, and I've seen somebody on Facebook call them. It's called a chuck in a truck. It's just a guy that, somebody that runs around with a little bitty trailer, no insurance, no business. Who knows where they're dumping this stuff at? But they'll undercut the crap out of you on Facebook. A $300 job turns into a $100 job because they're going to go do it for nothing. Going up against just every other person that isn't an actual business. That's something I didn't realize. I thought there were maybe 8 of us out there, when I first started out.
Yeah.
But there are so many people, especially on Facebook, when you get on there are just so many random people that whenever somebody asks for junk removal, we try to offer professional service. And I would say probably 60-70% of the time I ain't getting that.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people out there that are willing to do it for less quality, cutting a lot of corners. And that's something that I didn't really expect to have to go up against a lot.
Yeah. When I wouldn't even know what to do in that situation. Like, I would say that I would call someone. I'd call the state and be like, hey.
I would love for somebody to crack down on this. Or I would love for there to be more licensing that you had to have. Because you really don't, even just to be legit, you don't have to do much.
Yeah.
Get your stuff through the state, get some insurance. You're there.
Yeah.
You're about 100%.
Perfect.
There you
You're
go.
done.
You got a business.
Yes.
I do wish that they crack down on stuff like that more. And that is one reason why I gravitated toward Google a lot more, because they will, Google will verify you before you can do anything on there. Especially with the ads that I run now, they did background checks on me, on my business, all my insurance, all my business certificates. I had to send them to them. And then you get that cool little blue check mark. So that was what I really liked doing, because they actually verify people. So it kind of thins out a little bit of everything else that's out there.
What is the biggest mistake you see new entrepreneurs making, in your opinion?
I've seen some guys they will set a weekly goal, like financial goal, and they'll hit it and then cruise after that. Like, okay, we did it. We're done for the week. Like we can hang out. I don't think people grind as much as they should.
Yeah.
I think that people get in. I've seen a lot of guys on like the Facebook groups and stuff that they talk about, people like watch, I guess there's like a bunch of YouTube videos and stuff out there about get rich quick on junk removal. So evidently there's a lot of people that have bought into this where they think they're going to make a lot of money real fast doing this. Yeah. And so I see people, posting in groups and asking me questions and stuff. They're like, hey, I've been doing this for 5 days. Like, what's going on? I haven't got anything good yet. Like, yeah, brother, you gotta wait. Yeah. So I think that people just aren't grinding out as much as they should to make it a successful, to make it not a side gig. Yeah. I don't know. I never thought that way. I mean, you could ask Rachel. It's 24/7. I'm talking about it. I'm on my phone looking at stuff. I don't think my phone's been on silent since I started this business. Yeah. I mean, I answer. She gets pissed. I got a phone call at 5 o'clock in the morning a couple months ago. She was not happy. Yeah. I can see that. It's got to be done. And I think that a lot of new people, I don't know, maybe they just don't expect it to be that hard. But yeah, it is.
Or for you to have to commit that much of yourself to something. Yeah. What would you say has been the most gratifying part about it?
Seeing how big it's gotten, how quick. It's pretty awesome. But also we're in that phase now where we're starting to get that second and third call from the same customer. And that's pretty awesome. Yeah. The biggest thing that, and I would say the thing I hang my hat on right now is kind of the biggest success story that we've had was the commercial property manager that I work for. I remember her calling me. I don't remember if it was on Google. I think it was on Google, maybe on Facebook. I don't remember how. But she called me and was like, hey, look, I need somebody to come get a refrigerator from me behind my dumpster. I was like, I can do that. Yeah, whatever. And but she said that it was so hard to get a junk removal company to come out there because it's a cheap job. I mean, a refrigerator's $50. You know, you're not making money.
Yeah.
And doing that and then going to get mattresses for and all the small stuff and just constantly being there for turned into the very large. Now I have all 6 of her commercial properties. I'm doing a clean out there tomorrow. I'm the first call for everything. I went and laid sod for her one day. I went and trimmed bushes one day. And now I have everything that she needs done. And it all started from one refrigerator because nobody would go pick that up. And I think that's also a thing that newer people don't understand either is you got to take those.
Yeah.
Like you're not just going to get an $800 home clean out 5 days a week. You've got to do the little stuff too.
Yeah. Would you say that you've had to get out there and network more now than you ever have before? And like physically go meet people and be like, hey, my name is Mitch. Like, it's nice to meet you. I own a business. Like, have you been having to do that?
I did it a couple times with a group I'm in, a Tulsa business owners group. They have like a meetup coffee and stuff like that and a few other deals that I went to where it was other business owners meeting up and just kind of, hey, here's my name. This is what I do. This is my business, a little bit about it. But other than that, I don't know if it's weird or not, but I wear my stuff everywhere. I wear my brand everywhere.
It's not weird.
And I had somebody, so I guess that would be me out there networking, not really getting in somebody's face and shaking everybody's hand, but everybody sees a JJR right here on my t-shirt whenever I'm working. I don't have any polos yet or else I would have worn one.
No, you're okay.
But I had a guy that called me, I think 3 days ago, who I met 6 months ago at Whataburger.
Oh.
He saw my shirt, saw the back of it, said, hey, is that your company? And then he was like, hey, I've got a refrigerator that I need. And it turned into a whole bunch of other stuff too. But yeah, I don't know. It was weird. Just so
it's really sounding like the refrigerators are the ones to go after.
That's your in right there. Yes. Everybody's refrigerator needs picked up.
Yes. If it's the fridge, that's the way. Okay. What is the hardest truth about building a business in your opinion?
I think everybody probably knows it, but it's just it doesn't happen overnight. It takes a lot of work. I don't know why I still like doing it as hard as I go.
Yeah.
But I think that is just the truth that you might think that it's a lot in the beginning, but then once you actually get into it and want to be successful at it, not just want to be another person doing it, then you realize, well, shit, this is a lot more than I thought it was.
Yeah. What would you do differently if you had to start over?
Start paying for ads.
Really? From the beginning?
Day one.
Yes.
I would have got verified and started paying ads.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good tip moving forward for other people. What is the most underrated part of success to you?
I think finally, I guess it's just taking care of people. My wife and the girls, we do all right. And that's kind of, I think, the successful part of it.
Yeah. From whenever you started to now, what is the difference in the feeling you have about the business?
There are a lot more days that I think it is going to work out than it's not.
Would you say that you're getting out of that like imposter syndrome stage?
Yeah. I do think that I'm starting to learn and know what I'm doing. It's still very, very early. I mean, only a year in, but the amount of hours we've put in it, we've learned a few things.
Yeah.
And we kind of know a little bit about what we're doing. There's still a lot more to it. But yeah, I think that we've kind of grown into, in the community especially, I think it's kind of, hey, these guys aren't going anywhere. Like they're here, they're a legit business and they're going to be successful.
What would you say has been the number one thing that you've taken away from this whole experience? Don't
put things off.
Yeah.
It's real easy to put, if you get a call at 2:00, to put it off till the next day. I think just make sure you're doing as much as you can in a day is really kind of what we've learned that has to be done to do it the right way and to be successful doing it.
I was going to say, what advice would you give someone starting today? But that's good advice that you just gave them.
Work hard. Answer your phone.
Yeah.
Answer your damn phone.
I feel like that's a big one, especially now that a lot of businesses are transferring to like AI systems for their phone calls.
I can't do it.
Which is so funny because, almost every single business owner that I've talked to has been like, I hate the thought of them changing their stuff to AI. And I'm like, that's what most big businesses are doing.
Yeah.
And so it's just funny, the very clear difference between like small business owners and like big business owners and what they think about that and like being connected to your customers.
Don't want to do it. I answer all the phone calls. I've had people offer AI services to like answer calls and stuff. But I answer every call. I don't have like a copy and paste text message that you send somebody after a job. You know, usually that's when I ask for a Google review. There's not a copy paste. Hey, thanks for this. Thanks for that. Here's no, I hand type out every one of those. I answer every email and text message. Yeah, I just can't get behind that. And I think that's one of the reasons why companies that do that are a little bit successful, because they do have that individual touch to it. And I've actually had one lady, she posted about that on Google. That was on her review.
Really?
Was that it was a real person that answered the phone and that she absolutely hated AI.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like it's a very clear divide on like who is in support of it and who is not in support of it. But I think that it is very important for small businesses to be the person that answers the phone. Like, I mean, you are the person behind the business, especially whenever you get started and it's just you. So yes, it needs to be you answering the phone, not an AI person.
Yeah, definitely when you're starting out. Maybe if I had 30 trucks out there running and we were 10 years in business, then, you know, I could just funnel everything to a website. Yeah. And they could just go to my website and, you know, fill out, hey, we need somebody to come out that way, or send a picture to some AI chatbot or something. But no, starting out, you got to do it yourself. Yeah,
absolutely. I say the same as well. What is something that people do not see from behind, or what is something that people do not see behind your success?
Pretty open about a lot of it.
Yeah.
I think it's just what all else goes into it. Just that, well, okay, maybe it would be the amount of time at home at night that I'm still doing it. And I'm still on the computer looking at, you know, doing Google stuff, or I'm responding to emails, or I'm constantly looking through Facebook, looking for jobs. I mean, you know, a lot of people think that, you know, maybe our last job ended at 4:00 in the afternoon. You're done. You're going home. But it's still an all day, everyday thing. And I think that people don't really probably recognize that, you know, if my phone's on, then I can be reached, and I have to take that in consideration with whatever we're doing. And I think just always grinding it out on my phone.
Yeah. You and your phone in for the win.
Absolutely.
Yes. Whenever you say like how much that still goes into it after you leave, are you also considering like do you mentally clock out?
No.
Really?
No. And that's going to bite me in the ass one day.
It will. It will.
But no, I am 24/7 all about it.
Yes. Well, I love that for you. I feel like you will maybe experience some burnout in the future if you don't mentally clock out at some point, but I get it. In this time, how has your family reacted to it? Like, I know, because obviously in that, like, you need to be available 24/7. That means that you can't go do like a bunch of fun things all the time. Like, how has that changed?
Everybody's pretty supportive and pretty understanding with what we got going on.
Yeah.
But also with, you know, the kind of thinking that one day we can step back and do a few other things here and there. But everybody's real supportive about, hey, you're building a new business. We understand that you need to be available and here 24/7. I finally took a vacation, I think, over Memorial Day. Went to Branson with the family. But even then I had my phone on me and scheduled 4 jobs while I was there. Like, it wasn't like I was like just phone off or anything. So everybody's been super supportive. Rachel's been supportive. The girls understand. They go with me every once in a while. If we don't have a sitter that we can get quickly, they'll ride around with me and do stuff. They understand that we just ain't got to do it.
So are you saying that whenever they're old enough, you have 2 new employees?
Yeah, absolutely. They hate, no, they're not going to work for me. They can't stand it. They went the other day, I took them, and they're not really dump people. They didn't like the smell.
I understand that. Well, just say it. Hey, whenever they're a little bit older and they're wanting stuff.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, man,
chip.
I do in fact have a shift available for you, babes. Yes. Well, that's fun. What would you say is the best part that has came from this experience?
Knowing that people can rely on it. Obviously, people I know realize what we're doing now and that we're available. But yeah, just that people can call and can count on us. And I don't know if they've been burned before or not, but just to know that we're respectful with what we do and that we're honest. You hear horror stories about people, getting ripped off from contractors and stuff. But people realizing that we're kind of professional and reliable and honest is pretty cool.
Would you say that has helped you build a stronger relationship with yourself? Because being in a business owner position, like it's you. Like what you say is what has to happen, and like there's no back out way around it. You can't blame it on someone else. Like you have to like be all open and honest with yourself. Has that helped you strengthen your relationship with yourself?
It's also made me realize that like sometimes I do have to take a second and think about things before I just tell somebody, a customer, here's what we can do, here's what, blah, blah, blah. And then I've just, double book something or I'm shit out of luck on that. So it's made me realize that, I got to think a little bit more about stuff.
Yeah, I've had that same experience. My first week doing this, I double booked the same week.
Nice.
Yep, Monday and Tuesday of the same week of my first week doing it, like the first week after I quit my job. And I was like, okay, perfect. So I guess this is how I'm going to start it. And then I was like, okay, so I can't do that again because I was so tired by that third day. But yeah, it is definitely the scheduling part. Like you got to be like this with your calendar. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And
the thing that I don't always take into account is not the work calendar, but the family calendar. Yes. I don't. Rachel tells me when the family events go on. And usually if she's told me and I've had a couple hours to forget about it, then I'm in work mode and trying to schedule everything I can.
Yeah, I've had to make a joint social calendar with my husband on the Apple calendars. Yeah, that way that we can both add stuff to it because it was the same thing. Like we would schedule over each other's stuff and then we look like assholes canceling stuff left and right because we're like, oh sorry, my husband planned this, my wife planned that, sorry. So the whole scheduling thing has been a situation, I understand. And then what would you tell yourself if you could go back and tell yourself something before you started?
That it's going to take a lot more effort than what you think. I remember when I had the dumb idea that I was going to get Fridays off when I first started this. Like, I'm going to work my ass off Monday through Thursday and not work Fridays, Saturday, Sunday. And now and I tell customers too that as long as the dump's open and I can empty my trailer, I can be there. Or if I have room in my trailer at night. So looking back and being like, hey bud, it's a 24/7 job, especially starting out. I don't know why I was naive in thinking that it wasn't going to be whenever I first started. I quickly realized it and quickly turned into, let's do it. But that was definitely I guess I'm kicking my own ass doing it.
Yeah, you said, hey man, I don't know what I thought I was going to be a king with no Fridays, but that's just not going to happen. Okay, well, thank you so much for being on Million Hour Workweek, and we will see you at work.
Absolutely, thank you.
Thank you.